I love beautiful souls. Mystic Rose 1111. Back with you, bringing dark into light. Okay, you guys, I'm putting a message out there about grieving. Okay, I'm hearing a lot. There's many people in the collective that has been grieving over a loved one, a family member, a relationship, someone that has passed away. This process of grieving can be very difficult for people. Everyone grieves differently. No single person grieves the same. Okay, no one does. And the reason I'm guided to put this message out today is I'm actually grieving as well, you guys. So my mom passed away on October 11th of 2020, and today would be her 57th birthday. February 1st, 2024 she would have been 57 years old today. And the reason I was guided to deliver this message is because, you know, some people, it's easier for them to talk about people that have passed away when they're grieving. And some people, it's hard for them to talk about it. For instance, when I talked to my niece about losing her father, she lost her father at a very young age. She doesn't like talking about, you know, losing him. She doesn't like talking about her grandma, my mom passing away. My daughter doesn't like talking about it as much either. I've noticed with my husband, his grandma passed away almost 2 weeks ago. He seems like he likes talking about it a little bit, but everyone does grieve differently. Everyone copes differently in the grieving process. And so if you are grieving, it is okay to grieve. It is okay to be angry. It is okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be happy. Okay? Because there's times when I'm grieving, I'm happy. I'm happiest I possibly can be. And I'm just smiling and stuff. And then all of a sudden, just a memory comes through and I just start crying and I'm emotional. I'm very sensitive. And like a certain song or something, like I smell lavender and I'll think of my mom. And so I want to get in here and share because a lot of people don't like talking about grieving. A lot of people don't like people talking about losing somebody. And, you know, grieving doesn't always mean losing somebody to death, okay? You could grieve over somebody that's walked out of your life or you walked out of their life, okay? With that in mind, like I grieved over losing my friends from a long time ago, like my ex-best friend and many people. I was grieving because I cared about them. I loved them. And to find out that I was betrayed by them and that they were not my true friends, there's still a grieving process with that, okay? I was still hurt. I was still sad. I was still angry, mad, and all those emotions. There's so many emotions when you lose somebody or walk away from somebody. And so I just wanted to get on here because I know there's a lot of people in the collective that is grieving over someone or something, okay? Because grieving doesn't have to just be losing a loved one or a friend. Oh, no. Put it down. I don't want you all muddy. Put it down. Come on. Thank you. Now look it. Come here. Let me wipe it off my jacket. Wipe it off my jacket.
I'll do wipe my jacket.
I don't want you all muddy. You can play, but not all that muddy, that wet mud. It's dusty out here a little bit.
Look, I want this muddy.
Okay.
I want to that play flower muddy.
No.
I want to play flower muddy.
No, I know you want to play muddy. Okay?
I want to play flower muddy.
She's playing in the mud, you guys. We're at the park, and like you can tell that like there's still snow here. You know, for being February 1st, we should have a lot of snow. It should be cold. It's not. It's 47. There's a little chill to it, but it's warmer than normal for February. Cherish? Okay, please put the mud down.
I'm making flowers.
Okay, you're making flour, but I want to play mud, you guys, but with being having an apartment, we don't have a washer and dryer at the house. And so I literally would have to go take her clothes to the laundry right now. But I'm okay to play in mud. But then also the mud is cold and like it's still cold. It's not warm. If it was warm out here, it'd be a totally different story. I'd be like, okay, play in the mud. I don't care. You're a kid. I used to play in the mud as well. Maybe that's something too. She reminds me of my mom, you guys. Like, yep. When I look at her, she's a spitting image of my mom. And like, you know, that's the thing is too, you may grieve because you may see somebody that looks like your loved one. Yeah. But okay, so back to grieving. Grieving is not just, you guys, grieving is not just losing a loved one or a family member or a friend. Grieving, you can be grieving over a loss of a job or a home or, you know, a place that you know what I mean? Like it could be anything. Okay. When I lost my mom, I was at Mike's church and like this lady gave me a grieving book and it was a wonderful book because it taught me that I read about different people grieving in different ways. Okay. And as I said, like, I'm one that likes to talk about my feelings. I'm the one that likes to talk about my emotions and about my mom. I like to talk about that stuff. about my grandpa, the people that had passed away. I talk about them a lot because that's one way how I allow spirit to their spirit lives with me still, and like I know that they're present in my life is by me talking about them and remembering them and the things that I did with them. And so it can be very, very difficult, especially if this is the first time you're losing somebody. It can be difficult. This ain't my first time losing somebody. Like I said, I lost my grandma at 5 years old. I lost my grandpa, my one grandpa at 18, another one when I was in 2017. I lost a friend, and I grieve differently with every single person. The most I like, my grandma was so young, so like I grieve over a little bit now that I didn't get to, see my grandma growing up. And then like I grieve differently with my grandpa Fred. I grieve differently with my grandpa Tom because there was different connections I had with them. And then grieving over my mom is just, it was my mom. She was a piece of me, even though she was karmic and like she was negative. She was still my mother. She still gave birth to me. And so we grieve differently. And some people, they shut down. They don't want to talk about it. They repress their emotions and their feelings. Or there's people that don't like to talk about death as well. I know many people that didn't want to talk about death. They don't like talking about people being sick or people dying or what's happening around in the world. But that's the thing. That's us coming to Earth and having this human experience is our emotions, is our feelings. We're supposed to feel things. We're supposed to be emotional. We're supposed to express our feelings. And that's one thing that I've learned on my journey is, I might be off topic, but a little bit too. When I receive messages to the extraterrestrials from the higher dimensional beings, they don't have emotion like we do. Okay, if you want to call them aliens, I call them extraterrestrials. I call them aliens, whatever. The higher dimensional beings, that are non-physical, and some of them that have reincarnated here, they don't have emotions. And when we come to Earth, that's one thing that we have is we have emotions, and we're supposed to feel these emotions, and we're not to suppress them, and we're supposed to be able to be angry and happy and mad and sad and everything and all those things. Cherish, what are you doing? Okay, but now you have no more left. Look at, I told you not to play with Mario there. You get money, and now look at, now stop. Look at, now you have no. I need them. Stop. They're gone. They're gone. Here, this one. They're gone. You need to stop because I need to have one of them to wipe off your hands later. Hold on, you guys. She got something on her Mario. It's dried. It's not from here. It's not from here. It has to be washed with the laundromat. There. You're going to get Mario all dirty if you bring him out there. You guys, she wants me to clean off Mario.
I want Mario on there.
You don't want Mario dirty? No, let's put Mario back.
No, Mario's on the center chair.
Okay.
Chase is chair.
Okay, Mario sits right here. Okay.
Chase is chair.
And Chase sits there. Okay. Okay.
I want to do my money.
Mario and Chase sit there, you guys.
I want to do my money pants.
Okay, do you want to wipe up your muddy hands?
It's dry.
They're dry?
Yeah.
Okay. So, so if you're new to grieving, if you're new to losing somebody, or, because what I'm hearing is there's several of you guys that this is your first time losing somebody so close to you, or, grieving over something, and it's been difficult. It's been very, very difficult. It's okay the way you feel. That's all I want to say. It's okay the way you feel. However you feel, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. And the thing too I learned is don't let anybody tell you how you can grieve. Okay? Do not allow anybody to tell you how you can grieve. Do not let somebody come up to you and say you cannot cry, you can't be angry, you can't be mad, you can't be happy. Because they are not you. You are not experiencing, they are not experiencing what you're experiencing. You're experiencing something that they are unable to experience. And there are people that have not lost somebody, because it could be a teenager, or they have not lost somebody, or they were not close to anybody, and they will not understand. They don't understand. And with my husband losing his grandma, like, I sometimes still don't know how to, like, it's hard. I want to say this, like, we can lose people, but then it can be hard for us to, comfort them, okay? Comforting them. And I know I lost my mom, and, like, I'm a person that's harder. It's harder for me to know when to comfort somebody or not. He's pretty good at knowing my feelings. Like, he has a lot of feminine energy there, knowing my feelings and when to comfort me, when not to comfort me. And I'm one that kind of like is still working on that because I have a lot of masculine energy. I'm still trying to really, really get in touch with my feminine energy and be able to, you know, I'm very empathetic and stuff, but when it comes to somebody losing, I'm kind, but knowing when to comfort them and not comfort them. Because what I'm hearing is you may be going through something, and I'm hearing somebody wants to be comforted. Okay, they want to have comfort. They want somebody to lean on them and hold them and allow them to speak and talk about what they need to talk about. And even if it's not talking about somebody that passed away, it's just talking. In grieving process, you just need to be able to talk. You just need to be able to let out your emotions and your feelings and what's going on in your head, because that's the thing. There's a lot of things going on in people's head. Look, she put them on the seat. There's a lot of things that go on people's heads when people have passed or when they're grieving. You guys get to see her. She's all muddy. Yeah, I see. Yeah, wow. So, you're not alone, okay, you guys? You're not alone. And if right now you haven't lost somebody, and like, because I'm also hearing is somebody maybe sitting by somebody in hospice, okay? I heard something about hospice, or, you know, in the hospital. What? Yeah, I see that. Yep, look. I am hearing somebody maybe sitting by somebody that has been sick, or maybe on hospice, or I'm hearing and seeing somebody sitting with somebody in chemo. And that's what I used to do with my mom. I used to sit in with her with chemo and radiation. And you may be grieving to that, even though you know that they're still alive. It's still, there's a feeling of knowing that, you know, anytime God can take them back home with them, you know. And you could be somebody that feels that gut feeling that, you know, it's almost our time to go back to the spiritual realm, to the afterlife. And it's difficult. If you are a psychic medium, you can feel that too, which I'm a psychic medium. You can feel people's souls and their vessel transitioning into the other realm, into the afterlife. You can feel that. And that's maybe what I'm feeling too, is somebody has maybe accessed their gifts of psychic mediumship. And that's why you may be feeling a lot, because I'm feeling somebody very, very sad, emotional, crying. They're feeling all these emotions, or they're just all of a sudden these emotions just came through, and it may be difficult, and you're trying to figure out how to cope with them and deal with them. Meditation, you guys. One thing I've learned of my coping mechanisms with my grieving process was meditation and being at the park, okay, being in nature, allowing me to be out in nature and talk, okay, because like right now I'm recording, and I'll come out here without my phone, and I'll talk to nature, I'll talk to the trees, I'll talk to the air, I'll talk, you know what I mean, I'll just be out here talking, okay. People think I'm crazy because I'm talking and there's nobody around, I'm just talking. That's one way how I cope. Another way, a good way too, is through the grieving process, is journaling down your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings as well, is a great way to cope. Looking at pictures can help people too. Sometimes it could be both ways. Looking at pictures, remembering could be a very good coping mechanism, but also looking at them can actually, you know, bring up some sadness, some trauma, some hurt too, and can be hard for people. So it depends on your situation, and depends on who you are, okay? As I said, everyone grieves differently, so it depends on you. But again, if somebody tells you that you have to be crying all the time because you love somebody, don't listen to them. You don't have to be crying. You don't have to be. Because I remember that's one thing that someone told me is, oh, you shouldn't be crying. I got told I shouldn't. By one person I got told I shouldn't be crying, and another one I got told that I should be crying. And like when I read that book, the grieving book, the book said it's what I feel, and no one has a right to tell me what I feel. If I want to cry, I can cry. If I don't want to cry, I don't have to cry. Okay? Some people, they just don't know. They don't understand it. They don't understand. You know, and some people don't grieve. They don't have, there's some people that don't have feelings. They don't have emotions. Or they're scared to talk about it. Like I said, my niece and my daughter, they don't like talking about it. They rather us not talk about it. My niece gets mad at me if I even bring up her father or anything like that. And I have to respect her, because even though I like talking about him and I like talking about my mom, I have to respect her. That is not what she likes. That's not what she's comfortable with. And so I had to learn to zip my mouth. Okay, that's another thing. I had to learn to zip my mouth, because that's something that bothers her. That's something that she doesn't like talking about. She's grieving in a different way than I am. So I really, really do hope this helps somebody. If you're going through this situation, experiencing this, you know, everyone in life is going to grieve at one point in their life. Okay, they are. Okay, if it's to losing a child, to a husband, a wife, a father, a mother, a grandpa, aunt, grandpa, you know, sister, brother, a friend, a coworker, everyone's going to grieve at one point in their life. Okay, it's just it's the way of life is. When you look at it, it's like the Lion King, you know, circle of life. Okay, when there's death, there's rebirth. It's the way this life is. It's the way this earth is, and it's not just with humans; it's with animals, and you know, insects and stuff like that. It's with, you know. But we are human, you guys. We are human. We can be a starseed. We are starseeds. We can come from a higher dimensional being. But while we are here on the 3D plane, in this 3D earth, which is 5D consciousness now, but while we're here on the 3D, we have emotions. We have feelings, okay? While we are here living this human experience, we have emotions, we have feelings, and we have to, we're supposed to feel those. We are. Okay, I hope that helps. I really do. I really hope that somebody helps us on your journey, in your grieving process, or whatever situation you're going through. I really, really do hope this helps, okay? I love you guys. Love, peace, light, healing. Namaste.